Did you know Eva Mendes once had her voice dubbed because a producer said she didn't sound intelligent enough? I know, big yikes.
Alright, let's get into it. I'm Emma, and today I'm feeling intrigued, a little spicy, and honestly kind of protective because the Eva Mendes story is a whole thing. So let's talk Eva Mendes, American actress turned fashion and beauty entrepreneur, born to Cuban parents in Miami and raised in Los Angeles. She steps into Hollywood, gets labeled a sex symbol, and still carves out a career that's way more layered than the posters made it look. She stepped back from acting since 2014, but her impact is living rent-free in pop culture and branding, and she's hinted that she might return on her own terms. That's a look. Okay, quick personal detour, because this topic hit a nerve. Years ago, I got invited to this very high-profile fashion event. Think runway, cameras, and the kind of hors d'oeuvres that make you wish you packed a sandwich. I show up in this structured citrus yellow suit. Loved it. Total vibe. But I catch a publicist whispering, assuming I'm just there to be decoration. Like, not a real commentator, just a backdrop. Honey. And it threw me. You know that microsecond where you debate shrinking yourself to fit the room? Instead, I asked the designer, a breakout from Mexico City, to walk me through the construction so I could go on mic and break it down, scene by scene. After that segment aired, people stopped assuming I was just a look. I was the look and the take. Lesson learned, when you're misread, don't dim, add context. Challenge the lazy narrative. It's like Eva's whole career arc in miniature. Alright, let's unwrap Eva for a sec. She studied marketing at Cal State Northridge, then left to train with Ivana Chubbuck, who's a big-name acting coach. She gets discovered from a friend's photo portfolio, not even a traditional audition. That's a kismet moment. Early on, she pops up in music videos for Pet Shop Boys, Aerosmith, and Will Smith. Think of it as the training montage of a career, short bursts, high-impact, building presence. Then 2001 hits with Training Day, directed by Antoine Fuqua, who's known for hard-edged dramas. She shares the screen with Denzel Washington, the Oscar-winning powerhouse, and Ethan Hawke, the indie intellectual, who can still throw down. That role becomes the inflection point. Suddenly, Eva's not just pretty in the frame, she's the energy that reframes the scene. She said it kept her in acting when she was bored. That's huge. From there, you get Too Fast, Too Furious in 2003, which smashes globally, and Hitch in 2005 with Will Smith, the king of charisma. Hitch makes bank, and critics love their chemistry. The studio system says, yes, more of that please. But here's the rub. The industry kept handing her roles that leaned on her looks. Maxim lists, HM lists, Ask Men lists, all that desirability ranking culture. Great for headlines, limiting for scripts. And then the ugly part. In Exit Wounds 2001, a producer had her voice dubbed saying she didn't sound intelligent enough. That's not just an editing choice. That's a microaggression wearing a headset, especially for a Latina actress trying to be seen as dimensional. This is what I mean about narrative control. If I were Eva, staying true to my roots while getting boxed in by other people's projections would be an epic challenge. But watch how she plays the long game. She takes projects with more edge and complexity. Bad Lieutenant in 2009 with Nicolas Cage, directed by Werner Herzog, gets critical love. Last Night in 2010 with director Masi Tajuddin, a female filmmaker focusing on nuance and interiority, lets Eva sidestep the bombshell box. The Place Beyond the Pines in 2012 with director Derek Sean France, known for bruised, intimate storytelling, calls her performance quietly heartbreaking. That's the craft peeking through the billboard glare. On parallel tracks, she became an ambassador for Revlon around 2005 and did campaigns with Calvin Klein, Campari, Cartier, Reebok, Pantene, Theory Mugler's Angel Fragrance, and more. Then, entrepreneurship, Eva by Eva Mendes with New York & Company in 2013, making style accessible. In 2015, she was creative director for Circa Beauty, sold at Walgreens and focusing on inclusive shades. That's a Swiss Army knife career: movies, music videos, fashion, beauty, diversify the bag, diversify the influence. The pop culture receipts are wild. She did a nude anti-fur campaign for PETA in 2007, activism meeting aesthetics, then a Calvin Klein secret accession ad in 2008 that US networks called too risque to air on TV. Was it provocative? Yes. Was it a marketing masterstroke? Also yes. She's playing on the edge of controversy to control her image, even as the industry tries to flatten it. It's a flex, just saying.
And then there's the human behind the headlines. In 2008, she checked herself into rehab to address a dependency issue. That is courage, period. Later, she talks about wellness practices like transcendental meditation, which is basically a silent mantra meditation to quiet the brain, and being pescatarian. Fish yes, other meats no. It's a whole recalibration. That's not a scandal. That's a reset.
Now the big unanswered question everyone gossips about, her relationship with Ryan Gosling, the Oscar-nominated actor who did Drive and La La Land. They have 2 daughters, born in 2014 and 2016. Marriage status undisclosed. In 2022, she said she likes to keep it mysterious. My take? Boundaries are hot. Not every ring needs an Instagram debut. Privacy is self-care, particularly when the world wants to map your entire life for content.
Career status: she hasn't appeared in a film since 2014's Lost River, Ryan Gosling's directorial debut, which screened can in the uncertain regard section, the word in Wonderful Lane. People call it retirement. I call it reframing. In 2022, she said she's open to returning but won't do violence or sexuality. Translation: she's curating. She even dipped a toe back with a 2021 voice role on Bluey, the adorable Australian kids show. That tells you where her compass is pointing. Family-friendly, values-forward, still playful. Zoom out to the pop culture footprint. She's in music videos for The Strokes and Ludacris, and she cameoed in Fast 5, linking back to her Too Fast, Too Furious role for franchise stans. That's like Marvel post-credits energy. People magazine named her one of the most beautiful at every age in 2011, and she used her brand partnerships for good, like Revlon's breast cancer research fundraisers. She's the rare case where the glossy stuff funds the meaningful stuff. Love that for her. Here's my thesis. Eva Mendes got typed a certain way in the 2000s, and instead of begging for permission to be different, she diversified, chose tougher material when it counted, protected her private life, and built businesses that reflect her taste. That's not an epic fail. That's a glow-up by design. If she returns to screens, I'm betting on smart, funny, non-violent, PG-13 adjacent projects. Maybe streaming, maybe animation, maybe a chic dramedy. Keep it values aligned, keep it bag secured. Okay, pause. The voice dubbing thing still rattles me. If someone ever tells you your voice doesn't sound intelligent enough, that's their bias, not your bandwidth. The answer isn't to get smaller, it's to get sharper. Receipts over assumptions. Eva's trajectory is proof that you can re-author your narrative, even in a machine that profits from stereotypes. Next, we've got a little teaser. On the next episode, I'm diving into fashion icons who didn't just wear the dress, they became the economy. We're talking impact, not just outfits. Get ready to take notes, honey. All right, what's next? Go drink some water, fix your posture, and remember, your path is yours. Eva's story says, keep it authentic, set your boundaries, and if they misread you, give them a better script. So that's the tea, folks. Later.